We're here with Caroline Hughes talking about mission trips. So glad that we are discussing this really important thing. And, Caroline, I'm wondering about how how a youth leader or a minister goes about picking their leaders for the mission trip. What does someone look for in a leader for a trip like that?
Sure. I think every community does this a little bit differently. For me, I want to make sure that I have adults who I know, who I trust, and who I can train, and be in a community with. That time together matters before we put them in the lives of our young people. I'm also looking for adults who are going to be relationally involved with these students for a season, not just a one-off. So maybe that's some pre-trip meetings, or it's a year-long program, or they've been in their church school classes for years and they know them, that these are relationships that we're going to build upon and not just have kind of in and out for our kids. We could have the best leaders come through for a week, but if they're only going to be there for a week, that's not the goal. I think we want longer relationships. You also, this might mean paying volunteers to be more like staff, or just treating volunteers like staff. So that means you're training, that means you're background checking. Maybe you're having interviews with them to get their sense of what expectations are, what their role will be. People have different memories about their time at camp or service, or what it was like to have an adult in their life. And those are all good memories, but your job is to make sure that they're in the life of a young person for that young person, and not for their own experience. And that's a hard thing to have a conversation with an adult about, that maybe this isn't the right fit or the right time. But you are really the screener and the only screener for that. So just because someone wants to work with your teens doesn't mean they have to be the one that goes on the trip for 10 days. Maybe they can be involved in some pre-planning. Maybe they can be involved from a distance. You want to make sure that you're going through some safe conduct training and background checks and all those best practices to make sure we're putting a safe, well-trained, whole, healthy person in the life of our children. And then a lot of training around what is it going to look like on the trip. And this is before you even go and get there. How will they be running a work site? How will they be ushering teens through an airport, through travel? What are the protocols that you want in place? Making sure that that adult will jump in and take directions from you, both in the moment and in that pre-planning. All this is planning and training that you do well ahead of the trip, because there's not going to be time, and you're not going to want to use that time on the trip to work with adults. You want to be in a relationship with kids. You want them in a relationship with kids, but you want to know that you've all laid a very clear groundwork for consistency and for safety and for an experience of the holy.